here it is, folks. It's the final day of the Premier League season. 3 teams, 2 Champions League spots. Who's in, who's out? I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at match number 38, aka the final day of the Premier League season. We'll get to that in just one second. If you're new to the channel, where the heck are you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to get your bang up to date with all things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, World Football related, and Euro 2020 related. We're going to know here under one Rooski. That's right, boys and girls. We've been here all season. We've actually been here quite a few seasons now. We're predicting each and every one of the Premier League weeks, and of course, it ends right here, right now. It doesn't end completely. Of course, we'll be back next season. But this season ends this weekend, of course, with, of course, just the major talking point of the Champions League and any other European spots on the line. We'll get to that in just a second. Of course, a big shout out to the VIPs, the other Patreons. Thank you for your continued support behind the scenes. I really do appreciate it. I'm not just saying that, I really do value it. And if anyone else is out there that wants to join the illustrious band of men and women, check out that link down below, patreon.com/overseas. So also check out the links in the old description. We're on Discord right here, right now. It's free to enter, get involved, and start becoming members of the old chatter community. The guys keep on chatting. I do appreciate that, to make it very, very lively. So here we go, boys. We're going to go back, of course, just this past midweek to cover the last midweek games, of course, the penultimate matches, and bring you bang up to date with those games, of course. So here we go. Kicking it all off with Manchester United up against Fulham. It was a close game in the end, wasn't it? 1-1 in the end. Cavani with a banger, allegedly, and Joe Bryan with an equaliser for Fulham to make it sweet at Old Trafford for everybody. Somebody moaned about me being too covering up the scoreline as well. Tough titty. We'll all change that out. It'll be a new look next season. I mean, Southampton up against Leeds. It's a 2-0 win for Leeds. Patrick Bamford with a goal. Tyler Roberts as well, to give Bamford's boost, England opportunity a boost as well. Brighton of Albion against Manchester City was a 3-2 win for Brighton. Wow, that's right. Ike Gundogan, Phil Foden giving Man City a 2-goal lead before Trossard, Webster and Dan Burn made it 3-2 in the end. Joe Cantelio got himself sent off early doors on that one, 10th minute, to make it a little bit hairy for Manchester City. What's gone on here? 3-2 in the end on that badge. And meanwhile, Chelsea against Leicester, the game of the week, really, the one that mattered the most, I would say, was the 2-1 win for Chelsea. Yeah, I saw that game. Rudiger, Jorginho on the score sheet with Kovacic and getting a goal for Leicester to make it a little bit hairy at the end. Into Wednesday, we went with Everton with a 1-0 win over Wolves. With Carlson with a 48th minute banger on that one. Kicking on forward, what do we have on that one? Newcastle against Sheffield United was a 1-0 win as well for the Geordies. Joseph Willard with another goal scoring midfielder Dynamo right there with a 1-0 win in the end. Spurs got humbled by Aston Villa. Stephen Bourgeois on the score sheet for Spurs. Sergio Reguilon with Big Fat OG and Ollie Watkins wrapped that up with a 2-1 win in the end. Again, you can't really see it. Crystal Palace, I know why, it's because it's all messed up. I've got an extra one in there. Meanwhile, Aston Villa, yeah, we talked about that. Crystal Palace, 3-1 win for Arsenal on that one. Nicolas Pepe Martinelli on the score sheet, Pepe with a brace. Benteke also with a goal. He was also off to the Euros, so fair play to him. Of course, Burnley did lose to Liverpool. Happy days about that. Firmino, Phillips and Oxlade-Chamberlain, a 3-0 win. And then wrapping up West Ham with a late surge there. Pereira giving West Brom the lead. Sucic, Abonga and Antonio on the score sheet, giving West Ham a bit of all the spoils there, ready to give themselves a top 5 boost. Let's take a look at how you guys got on. This is the criteria, of course, probably the last time you'll see it panned out like this. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Let's get into it. Of course, Sam Rees, year 5, did okay. Yeah, for VMPB, well done to you. Of course, kicking ass and taking names. Lee Swinton also did good. Okay, did okay. Russell Ross also did very well. Mark Chapman did bits. R787B also did good. Vincent Ong, not too shabby either. Shane O'Donnell, well done to you. Of course, Edric McWashington also did great. Olin Askeville, well done as well. And Yogi B. Excellent also did very well. What about Nigel M? He did good. Yann Buster did bits and Axel also did good. Roberto Horst, not too shabby. Of course, James PCFC, great. He did poop. Ojo D also did okay. Magic Money also did good. Moltra, well done indeed. AJ24 also did bits. Tom Stainer, well done indeed. Of course, did you come here try not to? You did shit. Gaming Charlie also did okay. Aston Villa C also did good. Ricardo W did poop. Legolas good did good. Of course, 5. He did poop as well. Yannick Zafir also did good. Easily number 1 did okay. Of course, Fernando Segaman not too bad either. Hansworth did okay. 4 Dudo Shadi not too shabby. Harrison Kane did okay, and Harrison Oldman did poop, and Ryan C did okay. Badam did all right. He did poop actually. Eddie Fancy did okay. Costas K, he's okay. Ivan Stringer not too bad either, and Ojo 52 did okay. And Barcelona Issa also did good. Oh my goodness gracious me! That was the last time I get to run that out there right here right now. This is the leaderboard for this week and this week alone. The kingpins for this week were Barcelona Issa, Yafa VNPP, and Mark Chapman with 7 out of 10. But what's done to the overall table? We don't have a winner officially yet. It's still a bit of a long chalk for anybody else. But the main man right here right now is Yafa VNPP. Is a 5-point cushion with 10 on the offer. So realistically, anyone down to 5th can mathematically still win. We're down to the final day, but Yafa VNPP looks comfortably as champion as well. Again, I'm gonna be very, very strict on this. You've got to be punctual. I'm not going to accept any predictions when it's coming down to the final 30 minutes of the match day. I'm not going to go, okay, yeah, I'll accept that. So you guys, especially you guys in the top 5, and of course maybe the chasing back as well, get your predictions in early. I'm not gonna wait. Like, I might not be able to accept them the day off. I might be on the road. I might be out of a self-service area. I might not be able to press accept. So get them in early. I know you guys are going to be trying to bide your time because you don't want your picks to be revealed. But anyway, again, if you predict midway through the games, guess what? They're not going to get accepted, or they'll get accepted, but they won't count in the end. So anyway, yeah, well done to Yafa and BP for the time being, but of course this all could change in the next match day. The final match day, this is the table as it stands. Of course, City and United will be wherever they are. Of course, they'll end up in top 2 spots, of course, and of course the relegation teams are down. But the matter really is, of course, the 3rd, 4th and 5th spots as well, with just 1 point separating the 3rd and 5th spot at the moment. And of course, in the driving seat, Liverpool and Chelsea, of course, if they both win, they should be in, of course, unless Leicester City go goal score, which I think they just need to be very, very cautious on their match. They're playing Spurs, which will be a tricky one as well. Speaking of Spurs, they need to win as well to overtake West Ham. I'm not too sure who they play, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. But anyway, let's get cracking. Take a look at the final games of the Premiership season. Let's kick it all off with Arsenal up against Brighton of Albion. Not much on the line on this one, but anyway, they played each other the last 6. 1 for Arsenal, 3 for Brighton, 2 draws. Bit of a bogey team, it seems to be Brighton at the moment. The last time they played each other in London, down the Emirates Way, of course, was a 2-1 win for Brighton. Webster and Maupay on the score sheet. Lacazette getting a goal for Arsenal. They also played each other. This is at the Amex. It was a 1-0 win for Arsenal back in December. Lacazette on the score sheet once again. Arsenal are winning the last 4 matches in the Premier League coming into this. In fact, they're actually unbeaten in the last 5, picking up a draw as well in the Europa League. As for Brighton, just 1 defeat past 4. That 1 defeat was against Wolves, but of course looking very, very good at the moment. Potter's doing very, very well for his name as well. Get himself a bit of a reputation, and maybe he could be in line to become the next Tottenham Hotspur manager. That will be, of course, a bit spicy. Anyway, the bookies odds 5-3 on is your Arsenal, 65 is your draw, 70-4 is your Brighton. Brighton come into this all the way down in, of course, where are they? They're in 16th right now, but for them they can move up to 13th. As for their opposition, that is Arsenal, they're of course in 9th right now. With for them, they could actually jump up as high as 7th. They could sneak in there and get some sort of Europa League, European football next season with a win. I think they'll get the win with a 2-1 win, and of course to end the season with a bit of a surge towards the top end. Meanwhile, Aston Villa against Chelsea, must-win game for Chelsea. This one's hard. They played the last 6, of course, nothing for Aston Villa. 5 wins for Chelsea and 1 draw. Last round at Villa Park was a 2-1 win for Chelsea back in June 2020. Of course, goals coming from Christian Pulisic, Oliver Giroud, with Courtney Howes getting a goal for Aston Villa. Also, this is at Stamford Bridge. It was a 1-1 draw back in December. Heading into this, just 1 win in 3 games for Chelsea. That 1 win was against Leicester. Meanwhile, just 1 win in 4 for Aston Villa. That was against Tottenham Hotspur just the other day. So 2 teams coming in this on the back of wobbly forms, but of course coming into this with wins as well. 11-2 on is your Aston Villa, 20-9 on is your Chelsea, 15-4 is your draw. Chelsea all the way down into 3rd right now. Win for them, they'll remain in 3rd. That's no questions about that. As for Villa, they're in 11th. The win for them, they can move closer to 10th. They won't get top 10, but 11th would be best. I've gone with a draw on this one, which will open up the chances for the likes of Liverpool and Leicester to take over the top. Next up, of course, we're Fulham up against Newcastle United. Of course, played each other last 6, 3 wins for Fulham, 1 for Newcastle and 2 draws. This is the Mitrovic derby. They played each other last round at Craven Cottage. It was a 4-0 win for the Geordies. That was back in May 2019. Jojo Shelby, Azosi Perez, Fabian Shah and Shalom Rondon on the score sheet. However, they also played each other this season at St James's Park. It was a 1-1 draw. Fulham, though, losing 8 of the last 10 home matches in the Premier League. They come into this without a win in at least 8. Of course, the Geordies picked up 2 wins in the past 4 games. Of course, 2 wins, 2 defeats. A bit of hot and cold kind of form. We don't know which one you're going to get. Fulham coming to the 65 of the victory. 2-1 is your Newcastle. 11-4 is your draw. Geordies are in 15th right now. A win for them, they could go up to as high as 12th. As for Fulham, they're in 18th. A draw or more would probably see them end up in 18th. So that's probably their best hope, is to finish the highest above the relegated teams. Next up, of course, we have I've gone with the 2-1 win myself on that one. Leeds United up against West Brom. Of course, a good season first back for Leeds. They don't go down. Of course, Fulham and West Brom did join them in the Premier League this season, but of course, these guys will remain. Anyway, played the last 6, 3 for Leeds, 2 for West Brom, 1 draw. Last time around, of course, at Elland Road was in the Championship, was a 1-0 win for Leeds back in October 2019. Carl Bartley with big fat OG. They also played this season, of course, at the Baggies at the Hawthorns. 5-0 win for Leeds. West Brom, though, conceded at least 2 goals in 8 of the last 10 matches. Leeds have actually won the last 3 matches in the Premier League as well, scoring 2 goals in the last 3, of course. Yeah, just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Leeds. That was against Brighton. Meanwhile, 3 defeats on the spin for West Brom. Of course, they are down. And Allardyce, as of course, moving on. 9-4 on is your Leeds. 11-2 is your draw. 4-1 is your draw. Of course, West Brom are 19th. The win for them, potentially they could go to 18th. As for Leeds, they're in 10th. The win for them, they could actually go up as high as 7th. Their goal difference isn't as good as Spurs, so it'll take snookers really for them to get themselves up as high as 7th. Tremendous season back though for Bielsa's boys. 2-0 win though for Leeds to end the season on a bang. Here we go though. Leicester City, big game up against Spurs. Played the last 6, 2 wins for Leicester, 4 for Tottenham, and no draws. Last time around at Leicester was a 2-1 win for Leicester back in September 2019. Pereira, Madison on the score sheet for Leicester. Harry Kane getting the goal for Tottenham. Of course, this could be his final game. Anyway, played each other this season in London. It was a 2-0 win for Leicester as well. Vardy and Alderweireld with a big fat OG. Heading into this though, what are we looking at? Leicester have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 home matches. Tottenham have conceded at least 2 goals in the last 3 as well. Speaking of their away form, of course, heading into Spurs, just 1 win in the past 6 games. That 1 win was against Aston Villa. Meanwhile, speaking of Leeds, Leicester City's home form, just 1 defeat in the past 4 for them, and 1 defeat was against Newcastle United, of course, quite recently. Bookies odds on this one: Leicester even Stevens for the victory, 23-10 is your Spurs, 3-10 is your draw. Of course, Spurs are in 7th. A win for them, they could actually go as high as 6th. Again, they've got the superior goal difference over West Ham. Have I done West Ham? I have not. Of course, a win for Leicester though, they could go as high as 3rd in the table. I actually have them winning here, 3-2 win, which will make it a little bit spicy, and according to my eyes, it could be Champions League football. Next, of course, we're Liverpool up against Crystal Palace. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Play to the last 6. It's actually been 6-6 for Liverpool, no wins for Palace. Of course, Roy Hodgson's last day in the Premier League anyway. Of course, last time around at Anfield was a 4-0 win. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Salah, and Fabinho and Mane on the score sheet, giving Liverpool the win. They also pictured this is at Selhurst Park as a 7-0 win as well for Liverpool. Liverpool winning their last 3 matches. Crystal Palace conceded at least 2 goals in 6 of the last 7 matches as well, heading into this. Yes, Liverpool unbeaten, and of course the last 6 games being 4 on the spin. That's both home and away. Palace are picking up 2 wins and 2 defeats as well in the last 4 games. Not bad form, but not good either. Liverpool 7-1 on for the victory. 52 is your draw. 14-1 is your Palace. Of course, Palace all the way down to 13th. A win for them, they could actually go as high as 12th. As for Liverpool, they are 4th. A win for them, they could go 3rd in the table. 3-0 win in the end for Liverpool to take it all the way to the house. Of course, City up against Everton now. Of course, Everton also still competing, I think, for some European football and some honours. Anyway, they played for the last 6 wins out of 6 for Manchester City, nothing for Everton, and no draws. Last time around at the Etihad was, of course, 2-1 win for City back in January 2020. Gabriel Jesus with a brace for Carlson on the score sheet as well. They also played this season twice in the FA Cup, twice at Goodison, and Man City won both of those. Everton now keep a clean sheet in 6 of the 7 away matches. Of course, Everton undefeated in 13 last 14 away matches as well. They come into this. Let's have a look at the away form on this. Yeah, just 1 defeat the past 6 games on the road for Everton. That was against Manchester City. As for City's home form heading into this, 2 wins and 2 defeats in the last 4 games. Of course, last time around they did lose to Chelsea. Look at the odds on this one. We have City coming at you 5-2 on for the victory. 6-1 is your long shots. That's Everton. 7-4 is your draw. Of course, Everton are in 8th. The win for them, they could actually go as high as 60-62. They could also go as high 7th in the table, or more than that. They could actually go 6th in the table. That's right. Goodness gracious me. As for their opposition, City, they're top and they'll be top no matter what. 3-0 win though for City to end any hopes of Everton getting in the Champions or Europa League. Sheffield United against Burnley, 6-pointer, of course, on the foot of the table. It's not really 6 pointers. Sheffield United are already down. Anyway, they played each other the last 6. They got 1 with Sheffield United, 2 for Burnley, and 3 draws last round. At Bramall Lane was a 3-0 win for Sheffield United. John Lundstrom with the brace, John Fleck as well. They also played each other. This is at Turdmore. It was a 1-0 win for Burnley. In fact, they actually played each other twice this season, according to my eyes. One in the Carabao Cup, which was a draw, and of course the Premier League game also at Turdmore was a 1-0 win for Burnley. Heading into this, Burnley just 1 win in 4 games for them. That was against Fulham. Meanwhile, just 2 wins the past 5 games for Sheffield United. Have a bit better form than they have in recent times of this season. Bookies odds 90-10 for Sheffield United, 12-5 is your draw, 7-5 is your Burnley. Of course, Sheffield United win for them. They could close into 19th. Win for Burnley and 17th. They could actually go as high as 15th. I've gone with another win for Sheffield United on this one to end the campaign. Maybe Hessingbottom will give himself a bit of a boost with a 1-0 win over Burnley. Into the final two now, we have West Ham up against Southampton. Of course, played to the last 6, 5 wins for the Hammers, nothing for Southampton, and 1 draw last round at London Way. Of course, with a 3-1 win for Hammers. Bowen, Haller, and Antonio on the score sheet with Mikel Obafemi on the score sheet for Southampton. That was, of course, back in Feb 2020. The also played to this is as St Mary's as a 0-0 draw back in December. Southampton have actually lost 9 last 10 away matches heading into this. Just 2 defeats in the past 5 games for the Saints. Just 1 defeat in the past 4 for West Ham heading into this. Of course, the bookies' odds on this one with Hammers are 10-7 on for the victory, 29-10 is your draw, 50-4 is your away win. That is the Saints. The Saints are in 14th. The win for them, they could actually go as high as 12th. The Hammers are in 6th. The win for them, they could finish in 6th, and of course would mean Europa League football. For me, going to go with the Hammers on this one with the 2-1 win, and of course end the season in good shape. And then wrap it up. It'll be for Wolverhampton Wanderers up against Manchester United. Of course, played to the last 6. Of course, 1 win for the Wolves, 2 for United, 3 draws. Of course, last round at Molineux in the league was the 1-1 draw back in August 2019. Martial and Ruben Neves on the score sheet. They also played to this season at Old Trafford, a 1-0 win for United. United undefeated in the last 25 away matches, of course. Heading into this, though, just 1 win in the past 5 games for United. That was against Aston Villa. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 5. Also for Wolves, that was against Brighton. Of course, heading into this, nothing on the line really. 31-20 is your Wolves. 70-10 is your United. 25 is your draw. Of course, a win for Wolves in 12th. They could close into 11th, but they can't move. As for United, they're in second win for them. They'll, of course, won't go anywhere as well. I think United will win this one 2-0 win to end it with a bang. And there it is, just in case you can't see it. There they all are, in all their black and white glory. But that's it, my friends. That's all I've got for you. That is the last prediction show of the Premier League season. Now, speaking of the roundup of the Prediction League, we will come back for a monster video. It will cover all the leagues, and it won't be done until maybe the first week of June. I'm going to be away next week. It won't be happening then. I'll be focusing on other stuff that week. But it'll probably be the first week back, right before the Euros. We'll bring you an update of who won what, and of course how you can get in touch with me. Also, check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. Make sure you check that out if you want to support the channel in another way and become a brother from another mother for life, boys and girls. Best mate for life. Also, check out the Discord. It's wide open. And of course, make sure you get your predictions in. But that's it. We've done another season of Premier League predictions, and of course we'll be back next season with a revamped, relook kind of style. So make sure you come back for that. It'll be much easier. And of course, it'll be much there'll be even more on the line on a monthly basis. There'll be Manager of the Month awards, that kind of stuff. There'll be easy ways to win the grand prize, even if you just win one of the Manager of the Month awards. I'll tell you all about that in another video. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next. Until then, I am out.